Okay, so I've been thinking a lot quite about AI and how to talk better to AI. So I've been working a lot with LLM tools. I've been trying different things, and then always coming back into the problem that I was facing. I'm having a really hard time expressing myself to an AI. When I'm talking with people, when I'm talking with family and friends, and I describe a problem to them that I'm trying to solve with AI, a lot of the time I'm describing them a lot of information that I come back to I come back to the conversation that I had with the AI, and I'm explaining that to someone. While I'm explaining that, I'm describing what I need more. I describe it with a lot more context. And then I tell myself, how didn't I put it into the chat, the conversation? This is a valuable information. The chat should know that to get a better result. Um, and I'm trying to think about how can I solve that, solve the problem that I'm not describing and what I need better. I feel like LLMs and AI specifically, the hardest part for them is to be tailored to you. You can add a lot of information about memory, you can add a lot of information about the context that you are doing the project, but many times we find ourselves talking to ourselves. At least this is what helps me. I try to solve a problem, I try to talk with NLM, and I'm reading the output that he gives me. The problem is that I have a lot of thoughts, I have a lot of opinions about the output that I just got from the LLM, but I don't write it down. You see, I don't stop and I don't type what I think. I type what I need. And I think this is the problem. This is the problem that we do a lot as humans. We treat AI, we treat LLMs as machines, and they are machines, but they are giving you a better quality when you express what you need. Not in a yes-no kind of way, but in a much more full way, whole way. So the solution that I came up with to solve that is to talk to myself. To talk to myself and make sure that it will be transcribed into the LLM as close as it can be with technology that we have. So I've been using Wispr AI. Wispr AI is not, it's not sponsored or something like that. This is a tool that I really like. It helps me to take what I have in my thoughts and to talk them out loud. He records, and when it's done, it's actually presenting me with a text. So let's do it together. I want to show you how I try to get better results with using LLM by sharing my thoughts. This is ChatGPT, of course. Let's start by, I don't know, trying to solve some kind of a problem. I need to have a program that will take notes every time I open my computer. Some kind of a journal. Now, this is a great start for a beginning of a prompt. Before I hit enter, I'm going to add one more line. Before you start, I want you to ask me questions, right? Simple as that. Only when I tell you we can start coding that program, I want to share my thoughts. After I'm going to hit enter, I'm going to get some value. This is where I'm going to initiate Wispr AI, so I can read the output that the text will give me, and I will say out loud what I think. I'm using a hotkey to lock it down. And at the bottom of the screen, you can see that we have Wispr Flow. Now I'm going to go over the text, and we're going to read it together. For this matter of presentation, I'm going to stop and restart. Okay, great. I only ask questions for now. Core behavior. When you say every time I open my computer, do you mean every boot, every login, every wake up from sleep, or all of them? I think from my perspective, for question number one, I would say every login and every time I wake up from sleep, because I tend to put my computer on sleep for maybe 2 days or something like that. What will happen when it opens? A small pop-up, a full app window, a menu bar prompt. I think a small pop-up. I think that will be a cute small pop-up in my front of my screen. Do you want it to force note before you continue or just gently invite you? I think force note, if you mean that it will present to me every single time, like immediately on the screen, then yes, I don't want a gentle invite. I want it to show me that I need to write a note. The journal format, what kind of note do you want to write? Let's do, I think, free text and mood. Maybe goals of the day will be also nice. This is going to be some kind of a journal. I think I'm going to give it a little bit more room for breathe in terms of like flexibility, of course, of what you can do with that note. But I would like to have some kind of a checkbox, right? I'm going to put some, for example, I want to make sure I eat healthy today, for example, or I want to meet with friends later today. So I will put them as a goals, and I'm be able to maybe cross it off tomorrow. So it will be nice to see the goals of the previous day, so I can mark them at the beginning of every single day. This is just an idea I just came up with just by reading those notes and questions. 5, should I ask? I see that there's a lot of questions here. So because it's 18, I'm going to stop. I'm going to let Wispr now transcribe everything that we just talked. And there we go. And to be honest, because I've been using Wispr AI for such a long time, it's definitely already knows me. Now we want to pretty much send this prompt. Let's say it was answering all the 18. So let me, instead of that, I'm just going to put one more line even. I'm not going to answer all 18s right now. Let's just focus on the ones that I answered you above. Now, the beauty of it, that right now we just give it a lot of context that I would never give. I feel comfortable talking with Wispr AI. And I know it's been something that a lot of people don't feel comfortable with. I've been doing my own research on this tool. People usually don't talk to machines. But this is where I feel like we have an opportunity to work in a much better way if we think about AI in a different perspective. Yes, it's a tool, but it's a tool that needs you. And if you are not going to be there to give it context, we're going to create more and more AI slop. And to avoid this problem of AI slop, we have to provide more context. Every single one of us needs to find this way to add more and more context. People like images, people like scratching in creating a scratch and then sharing the picture of it with AI, for example. People like to voice record. That's a great one as well, but a lot of people don't do that when they talk about AI. I think that's it. Let me know what you think. Thank you.